We delve into Ethan's compelling journey as he navigates the difficulties of living under a homeowners association, all while managing a serious heart condition. His life unfolds a dramatic conflict with Linda Harper, a key figure in the association, whose strict enforcement of rules adds tension to Ethan's already challenging life. Ethan's initial excitement about moving to Willow Creek, a pristine suburban neighborhood known for its picturesque landscapes and friendly atmosphere, was palpable. He envisioned a fresh start in a community that promised tranquility and connection. However, this enthusiasm quickly turned to disillusionment when he encountered the reality of the homeowners association. The real estate agent had painted a rosy picture, downplaying the strict regulations and oversight that govern daily life in Willow Creek. As Ethan settled in, he found himself at odds with Linda Harper, the association's president, whose rigid enforcement of rules clashed with his desire for a welcoming environment. This conflict set the stage for a tumultuous journey, revealing the stark contrast between Ethan's dreams of community and the harsh realities imposed by the HOA, ultimately challenging his sense of belonging. What was meant to be a peaceful chapter of his life slowly unraveled into a daily battle for understanding and dignity. Ethan's first encounter with Linda Harper, the HOA president, was nothing short of jarring. Her authoritarian demeanor and unwavering obsession with rules were immediately apparent as she approached him with a clipboard in hand, ready to enforce the community's regulations. Linda's stern expression and no-nonsense attitude created an atmosphere of immediate tension, making it clear that she took her role very seriously. As she rattled off a list of rules regarding lawn maintenance and exterior decor, Ethan felt a wave of anxiety wash over him. Her rigid enforcement left little room for personal expression. This interaction not only dampened his excitement about settling into his new home, but also cast a shadow over his sense of belonging in Willow Creek. The weight of her authority loomed large, making Ethan question whether he could truly find peace in a community governed by such strict oversight. What should have been a warm welcome became a cold introduction to bureaucracy. Ethan's journey is complicated by his diagnosis of cardiac arrhythmia, a condition that disrupts the normal rhythm of his heart and can lead to serious health complications. To manage this condition effectively, he relies on a heart monitor, a crucial device that tracks his heart's activity and alerts him to any irregularities. This monitor is not just a tool, it is a lifeline that provides him with peace of mind and helps him navigate daily life. However, the challenges posed by his condition are exacerbated by the stringent rules of the homeowners association. Linda Harper's relentless enforcement of regulations often leaves Ethan feeling vulnerable, as he must balance his health needs with the demands of compliance. The tension between his medical requirements and the HOA's rigid expectations creates an ongoing struggle, complicating his efforts to settle into the community. Each day became a careful negotiation, not just with his health, but with the unyielding structures that surrounded him. One fateful afternoon, Ethan received a violation notice from the Homeowners Association regarding his heart monitor, which he had placed visibly on his porch for easy access. The absurdity of the HOA's rules concerning visible objects struck him as he read the notice, which deemed the monitor an unsightly item that violated community standards. Frustrated, Ethan attempted to explain the medical necessity of his equipment to Linda Harper, emphasizing that it was essential for monitoring his heart condition. However, Linda's dismissive attitude only deepened his sense of isolation. She brushed off his concerns, insisting that rules were rules, regardless of personal circumstances. This encounter highlighted the stark disconnect between Ethan's health needs and the HOA's rigid regulations, leaving him feeling both vulnerable and unheard in a community that seemed more focused on appearances than on the well-being of its residents. For Ethan, it was more than a violation. It was a rejection of his very right to feel safe and accommodated in his own home. As the conflict between Ethan and Linda escalated, her insistence on enforcing the HOA's rules became increasingly inflexible, despite his heartfelt explanations about the necessity of his heart monitor. Each conversation felt like a brick wall, with Linda unwavering in her stance, prioritizing the community's aesthetic over Ethan's health needs. Frustration mounted for Ethan as he faced the consequences of her actions. Not only was he battling his medical condition, but he also felt alienated in a community that seemed to lack compassion. The ongoing situation sparked mixed reactions among the neighbors. Some sympathized with Ethan, recognizing the absurdity of the rules, while others sided with Linda, valuing conformity above all else. This division within the community highlighted the broader implications of the HOA's rigid policies, forcing residents to confront the balance between order and empathy in their shared living environment. Conversations behind closed doors grew more frequent as neighbors quietly questioned the kind of neighborhood they were fostering. The situation reached a critical point when Linda, in her relentless pursuit of compliance, ordered Ethan to remove his heart monitor from view. Shortly after, he experienced a severe health crisis, his heart racing dangerously due to the stress and lack of immediate monitoring. Realizing the urgency, Ethan called for emergency services, his voice trembling as he explained the situation. Paramedics arrived swiftly, accompanied by police, who were alerted to the commotion. The community, witnessing the unfolding drama, rallied together, with neighbors expressing their concern and offering support. Some rushed to Ethan's side while others confronted Linda about her role in the incident. The atmosphere was charged with anxiety as everyone awaited news of Ethan's condition, highlighting the profound impact of Linda's actions and the community's growing awareness of the need for compassion and understanding in their neighborhood. In that moment, lines of division blurred as neighbors remembered the core reason they had all moved there: to feel safe, connected, and human. Following the incident, Linda Harper faced significant legal repercussions for her actions, as Ethan decided to pursue charges against her for negligence and emotional distress. The case drew considerable attention, leading to court proceedings that highlighted the severity of her disregard for Ethan's health needs. During the hearings, the judge expressed disbelief at Linda's rigid enforcement of HOA rules over a resident's medical emergency, emphasizing the importance of compassion in community governance. As the verdict was announced, the courtroom buzzed with tension. Linda was found liable for her actions, which sent shock waves through Willow Creek. The community's response was mixed. Many residents felt a sense of relief and vindication for Ethan, while others were concerned about the implications for the HOA's authority. This outcome sparked discussions about the need for reform within the association, urging a shift towards a more empathetic approach to community living. It became a moment of reckoning, not just for Linda, but for every board member and resident questioning what it meant to lead with empathy. Willow Creek underwent a profound transformation as the community began to prioritize human life over strict adherence to rules. Residents reflected on the events that had unfolded, recognizing the need for a more compassionate approach to governance. Conversations shifted from rigid compliance to fostering a supportive neighborhood environment, where understanding and empathy took precedence. This newfound perspective encouraged neighbors to engage more openly, sharing their own challenges and forming deeper connections. The HOA, once seen as an enforcer of rules, started to embrace a more inclusive philosophy, promoting discussions about health and well-being. The importance of compassion in community living became a guiding principle, as residents worked together to create a space where everyone felt valued and supported. Little by little, the fences that once symbolized separation began to feel more like threads in a shared tapestry of belonging. Ethan's story serves as a powerful reminder of the delicate balance between community rules and the humanity that binds us together. From his initial excitement about moving to Willow Creek to the conflict with Linda Harper over his heart monitor, Each event highlighted the profound impact of strict regulations on individual well-being. The emergency situation that arose underscored the urgent need for compassion, ultimately leading to legal repercussions for Linda and a transformative shift in the community's values. As we reflect on these key moments, we encourage you to consider how we can prioritize empathy in our own neighborhoods. If you found Ethan's journey enlightening, please subscribe, like, and share this video to spread awareness and inspire others. Together, we can foster communities that value both rules and the human experience, ensuring everyone feels supported and understood. After all, it's not just about how we live, but how we care for those who live beside us.